Welcome to another episode, a victorious, triumphant, exuberant episode of Arkansas Basketball Recap. As we recap Arkansas Razorbacks 93 to 68. No, 68. Wasn't that good. Sorry. 93 to 86. Dyslexic a little bit there. Victory over the Texas Tech Red Raiders in a game. Hey, is it time to say it? Maybe it's early. I don't know. What about Big Game Brazil? Is this a thing now? Double-double against Duke. 21 against Louisville. How about 24 and 10 against Texas Tech? Old Big Game Brazil. Fifth-year senior, he's here for it. He's good for it. Yeah, maybe you don't like him against Samford or whoever, but old Big Game Brazil, man, when the lights are on, he's been there. He's done that. Brazil shows out. I'm going to go ahead and just start out saying Brazil is the player of the game, regardless of what Jake says. You might have a different opinion. It doesn't matter. The right call here is Trevor Brazil being the man, especially in the second half, willing the Razorbacks to this victory. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty dang good, man. I mean, it was a rock fight playing against, I don't know, top three big men in the country, and he got his, but we got ours, dude. We got ours.
I was actually just looking up the stats. What did he? I mean, did he end up with 30 something?
He ended up with 30, exactly. 30 points. But hey, what if I told you this? He had 30, but against Texas Tech and one of the better big men in all of college basketball, Arkansas, check it out, wins the rebounding battle 33 to 40. They win the rebounding battle by 7 against, and let me tell you, them hogs were crashing the boards. And I don't mean just like a hog. I mean, so Pringle only plays 11 minutes. He had 4 boards. So like he only played 11 minutes. You can only get so many boards in 11 minutes. He gets 4 of them. Brazil, 10 boards. Acuff, 4. Knox, 6. Ewing, 6. Richmond, 3. Thomas, 2. Everyone's crashing the glass.
I might be crazy, but your camera looks a little blurry. Like maybe you need to wipe the lens of it or something. It looks a little foggy.
Yeah, it's because I haven't had my computer plugged in. I'm using the computer cam. People just got a deal.
Oh. You already wiped it?
I already wiped it off, dude. Just deal with the blur, guys. You don't need to see as much as you need to hear. Hear what I'm saying to you right now. I'm talking about against a team that's good, a team that's ranked higher than you, a team that was in the Elite Eight last year, a team that you need to beat, like a good team. Arkansas wins the rebounding battle. And you might not think that's a big deal, but I'm telling you, it's a big deal.
Well, especially because they must have won it a lot in the second half, because there's no way they were winning in the first half. They must have been upside down in the first half.
And there wasn't that many rebounds because, Texas Tech shot 51% and Arkansas shot 52%. Man, the ball was going through the net. But I mean, you got
that's true. I mean, I felt like they scored every single time down.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 93-86 game here. So, I mean, you're talking about a lot of points being scored. But when the ball did come off the rim, Arkansas got more of them than Texas Tech does. And if you want to know about the difference in the game, it's 2 things. It's that you win the rebounding battle and you won the free throw battle, even though you lost the 3-point. I mean, they shot 42%. If you told me Texas Tech was going to shoot 42% from the 3-point line in this game, I think for sure we lose. They go 13 of 31.
And their 2 best players that you were worried about, like man, we maybe not can hold both of these guys down, but we got to hold one of them down. It's like, well, one of them is going to go for 30% more than their average.
Dude, they went,
and the other one's going to get 4 points more than their average.
Yeah, they went for 30 and 26. But I'm telling you, what this came down to, because both teams shot the ball well, was the 3. Like, yes, we lost the 3-point battle, but we were good. I mean, dude, well, kind of. We lost the 3-point battle. I mean, we didn't lose it. We actually didn't lose. We won the 3-point battle by percentage. They hit 13 threes. That's like, you're like, ugh, that's a lot of threes. We hit 10. Now, they did shoot 31. We shot 19. We shot 53% from 3-point range, which, of course, I'm going to take all day, every day. But the big thing here, dude, is 17 to 26. That's only 65%, so it's nothing to write home about from the free throw line for the Hogs. Dude, Texas Tech goes 3 of 10, 30% from the free throw line. You couple 3 of 10 from the free throw line with getting out rebounded by 7. That's the game right there. But I'll tell you this, this has been true of the Hogs. We got to give the Hogs a little bit of credit on the defensive end here. Okay. Like they were making shots. Toppin's a load to deal with. He was going to get his. He got his. But this has been true all through the season so far. And we're far enough in that we don't have to talk about, oh, it's early or whatever. We're about to start conference play. Arkansas is in the top of the country in not fouling. Arkansas doesn't foul.
Hmm.
Like they shot 10 free throws, we shot 26. And this has been true throughout the season that Arkansas, at the very least, maybe sometimes you're like, I think defense could be better here or there or whatever. But Arkansas does play, and their defense is pretty highly ranked as well. I mean, it's not like elite, but it's above average. Uh, and they do that without fouling, which does give you an advantage. If you're not putting the other team at the line a bunch and you're still playing statistically pretty solid defense, that is an advantage.
Well, and it does feel like, and if this game had gone a different way, you would be able to question whether or not you like the strategy or not. But it seems like Calipari's like, make the just one, we're not going to send help, although we did go back and forth on that, which didn't really work out either way. When we didn't send help, Toppin scored every time. When we did send help, they found shooters and they mostly hit them. So like there wasn't a really good option there, or at least I think we could have executed the help better. It seemed
Yeah.
like we always were the guy that dived down was just a smidge late and then
Mhm.
didn't get our rotation wasn't perfect. And credit to them, they swung the ball really well out of those things and they found the open guy and they knocked him down. But it does feel like Calipari was just like, yeah, I don't want you swinging at them a lot. Just sort of play straight up
Mhm.
and make them make a tough shot, and we'll live with a tough shot. It's like, but the two times we've had guys that are talented, Boozer and Toppin, it has not worked out for us. Because, like I said, that was, dude, I was not liking this game in the first half. The first half, I thought our defense was poor. As far as just not, it's just our energy wasn't good. We weren't getting up into them. They were dictating the pace of the game. We were just, dude, it's really hard if you're going to play in the first, most of the first half, we just let our guys play solo with Toppin. And it actually gets your guards out of their defense too, because when you're just going to let them pitch the ball down there, it's hard when you're just trying to stay with your man and you're like doing this, like because like you can't see ball, see man because the ball's down there and your man's over here. It's easy to get back cut. It's hard to stay in the right defensive position. And I really didn't. I mean, like I said, not. I think Toppin's great. I wish we had him. He's awesome. But I don't like that these players are getting their career days against us. Like it's like if they get their average, you're like, well, I wish we'd have played a little bit better defense. But if they're getting 10 points over their average, that's not good. Like
I
we've
think
got
I
to
think
figure
you're
out a different defensive strategy, which happened. Boozer got 14 points over his
yeah.
average, and Toppin got 10 over his average. But that being said, I liked what Calipari did in the second half. I liked the sort of not fake pressure, but the not really a full court press, but just we're going to make you work to get it. We're not going to just let you slow walk the ball up here, dunk it down low. Everybody, all the shooters just stand on the outside while our big guy works and like everybody's well rested and just, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like making those guys have to get into their legs. And I think it worked. I mean, I don't know why our guys were so much fresher than theirs. I mean, with Toppin, it makes sense. He played the entire game, but it did appear that both on the rebounding, because dude, they were outworking us that first half. Like I said, I mean, we must have out rebounded them by at least 10 in the second half because we were definitely in the hole 3 or 5 in that first half. And that was also what was frustrating is the few times that our guys started to really pick it up because we were getting desperate because we were like down 8 or 7 or 8 points, and we'd have like a really good defensive rotation and everything and make them finally take like a bad 18-footer near the end of the shot clock. Every time we did that in the first half, they got the offensive board and either Toppin put it back in or they kicked it out and they got a 3. And it was very frustrating that first half because it felt like between that and then also we were leaving a lot of points on there because we weren't shooting free throws well in the first half. I mean, Pringle missed all 4 of the ones he shot, and we missed 2 dunks. And there was a couple of times where we'd get a steal. It was like a chance for a momentum. I mean, especially that Malik one where chance for a steal and a momentum play. And instead, you miss a dunk, goes down on the other end, and they get a point. So 4-point swing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And but second half, I mean, I got no complaints. The only thing I would say is I think if you played this game 10 times, I think we'd win more. I think we're a better team. I actually think you could kind of feel the whole time that like they were trying to hold back the flood. You know what I mean? Um, but if we played this exact game and everybody got the exact same shots, I actually don't think we would win this game. And I mean, that's a weird thing to say, but like if you put everybody in the same position, because we're not going to shoot 50% from the 3 point line every game, and Brazil's not going to shoot 68% from the 3 point line, and Knox isn't going to shoot 75%, which both those guys did. Knox was 3 of 4, and Brazil was, I think, 4 of 5, or was he? No, 4 of, I don't know, 3 of 5 or something like that. But so I didn't love the fact that we were like, the reason we won this game is because our guys played awesome, and but they were getting way better high percentage shots than we were. But I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. Our guys stepped up and made it. I just still would like to see us getting better looks than that, because you can't just hope that your
Well, I
guys are
mean,
going to shoot that
I don't know.
well.
I don't know. I thought we shot a high percentage because we got good looks too. Is that was the thing? Is I thought we did the
We
fact that
did,
we
but Brazil did is a couple of, like one or two of those were open, but the other ones there was a guy flying out, and it's just because Brazil is so goddamn tall that they couldn't get a hand into
yeah,
it. But I mean, it wasn't like they weren't there.
we only shot 19 threes, and so like it wasn't like we were forcing a lot of threes because I mean we only shot
No, I
19 of
I
them.
agree with that. The selection was excellent. That's why I think that I loved the second half. I mean, Acuff was awesome. His
And
selection
but
of when to
and I might come
drive.
and I might like counter that with like Thomas went 1 of 4 from three, which is like kind of not what he's usually going to do. So like
That's true.
it's different
And
guys'
to be fair,
games.
he didn't get as good a looks. I mean, they were part of the reason those guys got looks, I think, is because of they were focused on Thomas,
Mhm.
which credit to him. That's awesome. I mean, it sucks when you're the receiver that has to just get double teamed and draw the defense and let the other guys get their one on ones. But you could tell Thomas didn't get as good a looks. It's not like he missed great looks. He was having to try for tougher shots. The other guys, dude, were getting, yeah. I mean, their feet were set. They were getting hit for spot up
I
shots.
mean, Knox went 3 of 4, but dude, all his looks were like practice shots. I mean, he was just feet set, just pull up and let it rip. So there's three guys you kind of have to talk about in this game. I will say, well, I'll start with a fourth guy because just dude, Billy Richmond going to Billy Richmond, and you love it. Like I mean, Billy
Once a
was
game, he's going to get a rebound and just completely go coast to coast.
just blast by everyone.
It's like everybody thinks like, oh, well, this guy's gonna pass it at some. Nope, nope, he's not. I also like when he goes to drive, when guys are like, well, I've got this shut down. We've shut off this driving lane. He's like, if I cared about not throwing myself on the floor, you shut it off. But instead, I'm picking this up and I'm Euro stepping into that little crack that you think I can't get through. And yeah, I'm gonna end up on my ass, but that don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he does
dude.
that all the time where it's like they think they're in position. It's like, no, I'm going through there.
Dude, and like there was a real big momentum play where uh Acuff got an and one. But he got an and one because Billy, with the shot clock running down, and Billy poked a ball out, dove on the floor and threw it up to him, and he got the break. You're like, that I don't. There's no. That's all Billy Richmond. I mean, a good
Mm-hmm.
finish or whatever, but that's all Richmond right there, dude. Getting like that's what it
I
is.
remember that. I yelled Billy Goat.
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
it. That's what it is. So let me give Billy some credit there. But the three guys in this game also that like, I mean, I'll maybe go in order. So Knox finishes with 20 points. He goes 3 of 4 from the 3 point line, gets 6 rebounds. Hey, dude, I love to see it because we're gonna need him, and this is a big game. And as Thomas was getting a lot of attention. Yeah, Knox, show that you need to show them that like, hey, dude, that's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not like you can't like I might not have like played great thus far, but like I'm not someone that you cannot be concerned about. And I'm glad that's great that he did that. I mean, I thought he was assertive. He shot the ball well. He was playing hard. He was crashing the boards. You get tough to beat when you have Knox doing that, and you got to have Malik Thomas on the floor and an Acuff on the floor and a Brazil on the floor. You get hard to guard, and it's good for Knox to be like, hey, any decision you make on where to focus your defense is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you need Knox to be a guy that can make you wrong about that. Like you can't put your fourth best defender on me, dude. Like I'm that's not
Well,
gonna
it's
work.
just so much like this team has been good. But dude, if Knox steps up to play the game that he's capable of, I mean, it totally changes. Like your ceiling goes so much higher. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just another guy that can get 20
Yeah.
on a given night. It totally changes the way your game, the ceiling of your team. I mean, now all of a sudden you got weapons everywhere that you can sub in and out. And yeah, I mean, I thought at different times, I mean, obviously Brazil was good pretty much front to back in this game. So is Knox really, but there were different moments where it felt like, especially in that first half where we weren't playing as well, and they were trying to get that. Like 1 point, they had a 10-point lead, and they'd go on these little waves, and we were kind of struggling. I mean, Ewing's numbers aren't amazing, but dude, that little moment where he got back to back, like really difficult, aggressive offensive rebounds, and that one
Yeah.
he backed
Yeah.
in, and then by the way, probably should have went to the baseline corner because the defense wasn't there. When he rolled to the middle, I was like, "There's two guys there," but he still just banked it in. But that was huge to just like give us a boost of energy because it felt like they were starting to get momentum, and Acuff did that like 3 or 4 times where they would go down and score or get an and one or hit a big three, and he would and it was like, oh no, now it's 8 points. And it's like, God dang, we're in the second half and they're still up by 6 or whatever. And he'd go down and just score a quick, tough downhill basket. And I mean, in the first half, he did that too, near the end where he just went on a little run of his own. And so I thought he was huge. I actually even thought Wagner early in the game
Yeah.
had some
Yeah.
good, tough plays that were, I mean, like I said, we needed all of it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean Ewing was good. I mean, he played 18 minutes, so he had 9.6 rebounds. I mean, I got no complaints about 9.6 rebounds in 18 minutes. Like that's great.
No,
I'll
yeah.
take it. The other guy, Acuff, Acuff has 20 points, and this is the thing though, 20 points, 8 assists. I don't. This guy's going to be freshman of the year in the SEC, dude.
Dude, yeah, but he just doesn't turn the ball over hardly at all. I mean,
No,
there was one time where they doubled him and they ended up fouling him at the half court line. Do you remember? Dude, he was that would like that ball was like a yo-yo. He went behind his back and then back through his legs. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna steal this. And instead they just bumped him. But I mean,
dude.
yeah,
Well,
he's
that's the thing. Arkansas also this season, unlike last season, Arkansas doesn't turn the ball over. Arkansas finishes this game with 7 turnovers. Like, I mean, that's
oops,
low.
sorry.
That is low turnovers, man. 7 turnovers for the whole game. Uh,
That's my cousin Kevin. He'll probably be watching this later. Kevin, you're interrupting my podcast, bro.
yeah, yeah, come on. But yeah, so that's great. I mean, Acuff is great, dude. I mean, he's really good, and he's like got this thing too. Like Acuff goes on mini runs, where it's just like, I think I'm just gonna score 7 points in the next 2 minutes. That's what I'm gonna do right now, and he does that. And then you have Brazil. I'm telling you, dude, if Brazil wants to be this guy, it's a problem. Like it's a problem if he's gonna be this guy. He gets 24 points, 10 rebounds, uh, 2 blocks. He is like if he wants to be just a matchup nightmare, like dude, you got all the things to have it be that way. And here's the thing, like I mean, I think the best Brazil had 2 plays offensively where you're just like, dude, that's just a problem. And it's, hey, I'm making threes now. Pump fake, one
One
dribble,
step, not even just one dribble, dude. Look, go back and watch it. One step.
dude, dribble on your head. Like, and you're just like, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you got to, I mean, he's netting threes. What you got to, you got to close out.
So yeah,
That's
somebody's got
crazy.
to help to the middle.
That's crazy. And then another time he drives in, puts it up. It's hanging on the rim. He's like, man, just get the ball in there.
That
It's no,
second, but that I when he missed that, I was like, they're gonna get there. And dude, his second bounce was crazy fast.
go back.
And he almost got I mean, and it ended up being big because he hit both the free throws and it was huge at that time. But that inbounds play, I
Mhm.
mean, he almost posterized that guy.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah. So I mean, Brazil, dude, you just man keep that energy, dude, because you're just a problem. Like, there's just not a lot of hymns, dude. Like you are a unique dude.
Well, and like I said, to negate the other point I was having, like, yeah, I don't. I mean, you're not going to get that high percentage of 3-point shooting out of those two guys because, like I said, they shot literally like 75%. It was crazy, but there's a lot of other scoring left out there. Those guys don't have to. Brazil doesn't have to get 24 every game. He can just get 16, and
Yeah.
Malik can get another two or three threes to go in. If Knox only has 14, we can get another six out of Billy, and
Yeah.
we can get more out of other guys. Like, I mean, you can get 10 out of
DJ.
DJ. Like there was other points that to be had out there. Like, so I mean, Ewing could score more. Pringle could make a free throw. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, you could, and like I said, I think Pringle is like, I think he's having some back issues. He's
Yeah.
moving pretty slow. He's kind of, every time he goes off, they put a heating pack on him. I don't think he's quite right.
Yeah.
But still, like, I mean, dude, it feels like a do last year
Mhm.
where I mean, he could develop into, I mean, God forbid for everybody else, but like if he turns into what he's capable of, and Knox stays there and Ewing keeps getting better, it's like, dude, you could be a real issue here. Now,
Yeah.
if everybody stays healthy, for the love of mercy.
Yeah. 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 For sure. But yeah, dude, not a lot. And I think you're right about the second half. The second half, the first half, Texas Tech sort of imposed their will on the tempo of the game, the style of the game, and we hung around and we went on a little run towards the end and got it like real close. The second half, Arkansas said, "You're playing the way we want to play this half." And they just forced the issue. And if you want to play a track meet, I mean, Arkansas is going to win that game most of the time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, I've got no complaints with the second half. The first half felt a little bit, like I said, I think we came out slow. Took us a little bit to figure them out. Like I said, in credit to Texas Tech, they're really good. And it felt like every time we gambled, they made us pay. It
Mhm.
wouldn't, whichever direction it was. But that said, I don't know if it was that their legs or if we were just playing a little better, but it wasn't as bad.
I just think the game was way faster the second half. We just said we got to play faster. We
Mhm.
have to get up and down, and I think it really was a an issue of imposing your will, being like, don't let these guys make you play slow.
It's funny. I was listening to, because we're obviously, of course, because of girls basketball games and all kinds of stuff. We're recording this late. You don't want a game. You can listen to the Inside Arkansas guys right after the game. You want another one later,
Yeah,
you
man,
know.
that's what it is.
And
By the way, not wearing my Arkansas hat. I did come from my daughter's game wearing school that daughter is playing for, not in high school, college, college hat. So there you go. That's the mascot for the team that my daughter is playing college ball
the
for next year.
the Black Cat Jinx.
That's it, the Jinx, baby.
Um, well, that just, what was I saying?
Yeah,
Completely wrong.
we're late. We're late on the
Well, no,
pod.
what I was going to say is, the, it's a bummer that I was listening to this, like the Southwest 16 guys, and they were, I mean, it made me sad because I'm so invested in Arkansas as like a fan that I couldn't even enjoy that game because, I mean, and literally until the last 30 seconds where I felt like pretty confident we were going to win because I'm so
Yeah,
ready to be upset.
and then they're so excited and they're like, "Dude, Arkansas is a problem and everything."
No,
And you're
like
like,
those guys, you could tell, like, dude, if I like that, because really, when I step back and look at it, it's like such a fun game. I mean, high scoring, but not in the way where you're like, nobody's playing defense. You know what I
mhm.
mean? It was just like tough defense, but the guys are just making shots, moving the ball well. I mean, some of the passing, even that Texas Tech did, I was like, I don't know what you're going to do about that if guys are going to pass the
Mhm.
ball like that. Like, you
Yeah,
just can't. The ball moves faster than humans can move, and if you're going to get open looks, if you can swing it like that, and so like, but it really was a really fun, hard played, good game. But I was miserable watching it because I just was afraid we were going to lose. And then, but then, like, to listen to guys that are like more just affiliated with this, with the SEC, they were just like, "Wow, that was so much fun. That's the most fun I've had watching a game, and all this year. That's the best game of the year so far." And I'm like, yeah, that kind of stinks because that really was a really fun game. And I was just sitting there like every time, like, okay, guys, come on, please, please. I'm
yeah,
just
dude.
gripping.
Yeah, dude. Well, hey, I mean, it sets up. We got some stuff in between, but like, it sets up you have five marquee non-conference matchups. You lost the first two, you won the second two. Man, it sets up nicely for hey, take care of these other, the other things you got to take care of. But can you go 3-2 on those against Houston? We'll see. But it
Well, by
makes
the
it.
way, it should be noted, and I was shocked. I don't know what's going on. Where were all those Hogs fans from? That place sounded like a home game
It was
almost.
well. The game was a neutral site game, a neutral site. It's in Dallas, but
Yeah, but I mean, a Texas team, like I felt like if I was them, I'd be like, "What the heck, guys? Nobody came down here.
no,
How many of
no.
these Hogs transplants are down there in Texas? Like,
I think
because
I
it
think I think people made the drive, dude, too. I think people hogs were traveling. I mean, no, I mean the announcer said like the crowd is on Arkansas side. Not to say there weren't.
you could tell,
Yeah,
like when we would get some momentum, and it was helpful. Like they
yeah,
wanted us, like, so when you get steals and stuff, if it's the other team game, it's like silence.
yeah,
Instead, it was like they were ready to explode every time something good
yeah.
happened, and that was
Hey,
good, cool.
good job, Arkansas fans. I wouldn't have mind being there. I mean, my daughter
Bend
was
in there.
having been there. Uh, but hey, I mean, the daughter was in the tournament, so what can I do? I had to watch the game after it was over. I did a good job. I didn't know who won. Kept my phone on silent, and then came home and watched it.
It's
But
tough when you're in a sports environment.
oh
There's
man,
people watching the game in the stands and
guy
stuff.
next to me was watching had the game on his phone, and
I know.
I was just trying not to look at his face.
I know
Never
in those
mind.
in those AAO things in the summer, sometimes, uh, well, not in the summer, obviously, but like sometimes they'll have. Oh, like, actually, it wasn't. I remember last year it was in March Madness.
Mhm.
There'd be a game that I actually want to watch, and sometimes it wasn't Arkansas. Sometimes it just be like a matchup that I really wanted to watch. They got TVs everywhere in the lobby, like with all these games on. I'm like, good lord.
Yep. No respect. Yeah. Well, then I went to JJ's for lunch after the game
Oh,
because the
that's
daughter
a
was starving.
mistake.
So I just because and the game was over at that point, but they have all these tickers at the bottom of the screen. So I'm just like honed in, like just not paying attention to anything and just hoping that. And I'm with like 15 people, and they're not doing that. So I don't need one of them to just casually mention,
Hmm.
Arkansas won. I'm like, oh, dude. But that's the game I was playing today. But yeah, man, Woo Pig. I mean, I don't have a lot else to say other than, I mean, Brazil, Knox, Acuff, Richmond. I thought they all played great. I mean, I thought everyone played good. Um, and the Hogs look like they're figuring it out, and that's good. I mean, I don't anticipate an 0-5 SEC start, which would be really great. It would be nice to have not that. I mean, even all these runs that we've made, man, there's been so much of like pulling it together at the end, and it's good to see them sort of maybe coming together earlier so we can try to
Who's
have
for sure better than Arkansas in the SEC this year?
nobody. Apparently Vanderbilt's just a straight wagon, but they haven't played anybody.
Hmm.
But they are beating the crap out of everybody. So I don't know. But no, I mean, I'm not saying Arkansas is not going to lose any games, but you should feel like Arkansas can play with I think
Do
anybody
we
in the
need to
SEC.
steal Vanderbilt's athletic director? They have no business being as good as they are at
I
sports.
know, I know they are. They're putting it together. But no, Vanderbilt is. I think they're still undefeated. They haven't lost to anybody. Now they haven't played the same schedule that we've played, or
I
most
mean,
teams have
obviously
played.
Auburn's good, Alabama's good,
Yeah,
but
Alabama's really good, but
I don't know if there's anybody's personnel that I like think if they put it all together has a higher ceiling.
I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think
Now,
Arkansas.
whether or not they're able to do that, you know what I mean? Whether or not Calipari is able to squeeze every last drop out of like Ewing and Knox and get Pringle on track,
Yeah.
and and like I said, I still think Malik has got a lot left, and like he could. I mean, and he's
Mm,
playing well. He's not playing bad. I just feel like he could be even better.
yeah. Yeah. I do
But,
too. I do too. So we'll see. Well, all right. Well, I guess
all right,
we'll leave it there and come back for the next one.
all right. See you guys.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you.